where Iraq's courts are issuing a death sentence at a dizzying rate against the accused members of the Islamic State group. Now, there is a rush to prosecute and also punish the suspected members of the Islamic State group, with more than 3,000 having been handed out over the course of the just past few years. Now, often the key to conviction is a testimony by the informants, and this is, of course, raising the potential for innocents to be sent to the gallows on the word of someone with a possible potential grudge. Now, take the example of Khutaiba Yunus. Now, Khutaiba Yunus found work as a guard at a cement factory taken over by ISIS, a job that required carrying a rifle, and that appears to have sealed his fate. An informant told the security agencies that Yunus was an armed fighter with the Islamic State.
حتى إذا ما بيدك شيء مثل ما رايح مدري شنو تعليق ولا بالقيارة تعترف إنك رايح وجاي ومسوي نوع التعذيب أنت لا حمل إنسان شو تصير إذا يعلم كهرب ولا تعليق.
And also in the case of Ismail Saleh, the issue was of a more personal nature. Now, Saleh says that a neighbor wanted to get married to Saleh's fiancée, but the family have ever refused. Now, Saleh sits on a death row in Baghdad, sentenced to hang after having been accused of fighting for the Islamic State group, a charge that he steadfastly denies. Now, the chief evidence against him is the word of that neighbor who wanted to marry his fiancée.
قال لي انت مبلغ على ولد قلت له لا قال اطلع برا مداوم ورجعت حكم لي هاي 21 12
انت زوجك داعش يقول لي يابا والله ما داعش هو كان منتسب قبل وظلموه وما يقول لا انت زلمتش داعشي جو الجيش اتهمونا النواب يقولون وين زلمتش داعش قلت له يابا زلمت داعش عندكم انتم اخذتوه.
Now, like these two men, thousands of defendants are in fact pushing through the courts at a rapid pace, with individual trials lasting for just a period of about 10 or 15 minutes, and a third of the cases ending in the death penalty being given. The witnesses are very rarely called in, and no forensic evidence is presented as a part of the court hearing, and also raising the likelihood of innocent people going to the gallows. In fact, the cases are so flimsy that President Fuad Massoum has refrained from ratifying many executions.
Prosecutions of these thousands of men and boys in trials that are incredibly cursory. They last 8 minutes, 10 minutes in some cases. Many of them are trials that I've actually sat in on. And in these trials, usually the only piece of evidence in the hands of the judge is a single confession. This is a confession that, in the context of Iraq, can and sometimes is extracted through the use of torture by interrogators, and no additional evidence is being presented by the prosecution.